Mr. Josh Ward joins us
How are
at
you?
MusicFest at Steamboat. I'm doing good. It's good to see you.
You too, my friend. It's been a little while.
It's fun to catch up with everybody here on the mountain. Did you get some time off, though, during the holidays?
I did. We got to spend a little bit of time. Me and my kiddo went and, like I was telling you earlier, went and duck hunted. And we've been running so hard during the year that it's we don't hardly get to do that fun stuff like we used to. I mean, it's busier schedule, things like that. But got to enjoy some downtime with him, and then hit the road hot again. Here we go.
Do you duck hunt close to home, or do you travel a little bit?
So we're gonna start. He's eat up with it. Like he turned 18 last year, and he's got him a little guide job down in Anahuac. So he is a way better duck hunter than I've ever been. I mean, the only reason that I duck hunt is because he got into it. And I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't mad, getting up at 3:30 in the morning, going throwing decoys out when it's 26 degrees outside. I just wouldn't. But I seen how much he loved it, and it was like, yeah. And then it didn't turn. It wouldn't work anymore. We really enjoyed it. But this next year we do want to start getting out, going up to like Oklahoma, getting some greenheads. He's all about going anywhere that he can. So he has talked about coming up north and trying to get on some ducks. But I told him, I was like, man, it's cold. It's a different kind of cold than we're used to. And he's like, oh, I'll be all right.
It sounds like he helped you found a new hobby.
He did. Yeah. Matter of fact, he bought me my first set of waders. And, I didn't think it would last. I thought it was just this phase, like every other kid goes through. But heck, man, he stuck with it, and he just picked up this little dog this last year, and she spent every day with him except 2 days, and he could look at her, and the dog knows what to do. Like to watch him work with his dog and call the shots, calling these birds in. I'm like, it's a proud dad moment, I sit over there in the corner and just be like, heck yeah, man, this is good. I ain't got to do nothing.
Well, I know you work with horses a lot too. I mean, talk about working with dogs, working with horses. There's some similarities.
There's some similarities, and he and I, he grew up sitting on the back of a roping horse, and he's trained his own horses and stuff like that. I mean, he took over after me. I told him, I said, man, I can still ride a good one, but I don't want to get on the bad ones anymore. And then I got to the point of like, there's way too many good ones out there to ride bad ones anymore. And he still likes to have a couple of bronchi colts there at the house that he's like, I'll fool with them, I'll get them right. I think he likes taking the problematic ones and seeing exactly what he can turn them into. And I've seen him do some pretty good stuff with them. But to watch that horse work for you, because that's all they want to do. They want to please you. And same thing with that little dog, man. I said, how did you go about it? He said, every day I do something with her. I make it fun, but whenever I pull this bumper out, she knows it's work. And I'm like, man, you were a kid yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
It happens fast,
and
right?
now you're a young man and making all these big grown-up decisions. I mean, it's like me talking to myself. How'd you do that? Well, I spent every day with her. I stayed hard at it, and I'm like, I did something right.
It's a good feeling for a parent to see that happen. It's a good feeling when a good horse or dog kind of starts coming together. Yeah. It's all about consistency, which is not unlike the music business.
No,
and speaking of consistency, Josh Ward just brought a brand new single, Same Old Cowboy, Different Rodeo. Yep. And I assume this is probably part of a new project that's coming this year?
Yep. The new record's dropping January 17th. And this one's been a long time coming. We all went through the whole COVID scare, and, the world shut down around us, and it put a halt on the record. And not too long after that, we got back in, started working on the record after that was done, and then all of a sudden I had my wreck, and that set us back another 2 years. I mean, one of the main things, am I glad the way that it happened? I am, because to be honest with you, I don't think this record was ready then. If I would have put that record out 4 years ago, I don't think we would get the traction off of it that we will get today, because the music scene has changed a lot. Country music is coming back full force. I mean, Braxton Keith, Randall King, Jake Worthington, Zach, all these guys, I mean, they're country. And I've fit into that vein, you know. I've been doing this for the last 20 years, and all of a sudden, country's cool again. You know, I always tell everybody, I was like Barbara Mandrell. I was cool, country really cool, you know. But thank the good Lord it's coming back around, and for the sake of this record, because it is straight down the pipe country music. So,
where did this collection of songs come from?
Man, gathered them over the years. Me and Wyatt McCubbin, we wrote 6 of them. That's on the record. Me, him, and Carson, and Jake Worthington's got 2 on there. Jake and I wrote Honky Tonk Time, which is a song on there. And then he sent me the Same Old Cowboy, Different Rodeo. Him and Wyatt had written that one, I believe, 3 or 4 years old. And I loved it from the minute that I heard it. I said, Bub, you gotta put this thing out. And he's like, yeah, I'll do something with it. And it just happened that turns out it wound up on my record, you know. So I was, to be a fan of the song and then to get to put it on the record, it meant a lot. So, but we got a bunch of stuff on there. I mean, we got anything from Crying Your Beer ballads to sound like big band horn section stuff, you know. But I hope that everybody else enjoys it as much as I enjoyed working on it. It was fun. Me and Drew Hall produced it ourselves, and the old me wouldn't have done it like that. It was very new to me to walk in there. I mean, I know what to do. I know to go in there and sing, but to actually get behind the control room and work this song. Granted, they're the ones pushing the buttons because they won't let me touch anything. But I told him, I said, when we listened to that record down, I looked at him. I said, if there's a flaw, it's on us. We didn't catch it. And he said, Bubba, I can't hear anything. I'm like, I think she's ready.
All right. Well, I think everybody's ready for new music from Josh Ward, and I imagine you're touring pretty extensive to support that this year.
It's we're gonna, so we've been releasing singles off of it regionally. The minute that it drops on the 17th, we're gonna go national with the push on the record. And I've done it one other time, and it was all right. I wouldn't say that it worked out in the best, you know, for me, but this one we know a lot more than we did then, and know how to go about it. So,
and as you said before, the appetite seems right.
The appetite seems right. I mean, you got guys like that fella over there. I mean, that I have never seen a kid put on a country music show like Braxton Keith does. You know, and I'm a fan. That's the beauty about here in MusicFest or even touring with some of your buddies. You turn into fans. You know, hey man. I thought that I was the old man, you know, getting around all these young ones, and I'm like, I'm actually learning stuff, you know.
That's good. I mean, both of us are kind of getting to that point where we look around and there's a lot of kids roaming around the hallways.
But and it's also
talented kids.
God almighty, talented kids. And it's like, if I had that much, you know, then, but, I mean, and it's cool too because they walk up to you with a sense of respect. Hey man, we've been watching you do this for a long time. And I'm like, at first I was like, I'm not that old man. But then it was like, hey, if they learned, if they just took whatever it was from me, hey, I did something. You know, you set your mark on whether that individual or that genre of music or whatever, you put your mark on it. So, and you know, we're getting to that point in our life to where we can start accepting those points of giving them. So,
well, I think I could probably sit here and talk to you for the rest of the day. But,
hey man,
I know you got some other places to be. So thanks so much for dropping by to visit with us.
You bet, man.
Come up and see us one of these days.
Oh, we're gonna work some shows. I promise you that. We're gonna come up and see y'all.
It's Josh Ward as we come to you from the MusicFest at Steamboat. I'm Adam Smith.